19th of April, Rabbi Furst Pierke Avos.
Behavior, right? When they have to be reserved in their behavior on a day which they carried out Mises based in, right? Because again, they can't lose their sensitivities.
Right. That's the whole point that I'm making, is that we need to have sensitivity.
Yeah, but again,
that's the message of the drop of wine that they introduced in the year 1900, is that we're happy, but we have to have a certain sensitivity.
Okay, right. But again, that's not the Torah perspective at this point, right? That was put in because, as they themselves admit in their own writing, they wanted to make a compatibility between Jewish values and American values.
Well, American value is also sensitivity.
Lou, in the year 19, American values didn't exist before 1776. Okay,
right.
We're talking about Jewish values that have existed for the last 3,000 years. There's no need to make any compatibility with American values with Jewish values.
But if there is such a compatibility, I don't see a reason to deny it.
But again, it was never introduced. We don't make introductions of these concepts and ideas into Jewish thought and rituals, right? That's what the Reform people want to do.
If we say, as Rabbi Miller says, that there's a loss. Hashem's handiwork is drowning in the sea. Those are human beings that were drowning. People with families. Is it incumbent upon us to recognize that Hashem is expending his creatures for us so that we should grow in awareness of him? So that that seems to be consistent with the idea of saying that there is a diminution of our happiness. So you're saying that's true, but we can't associate that with the drops of wine because we don't have a tradition for that. And because the reason they said that was because they wanted to be consistent with American values, and we don't like that.
I don't know what those Agadas did with Shvach Hamaska at the end of Agada. I don't know if they printed that. That's much more with the drops of wine. I mean, if we don't say anything, we're just making reference to the various makas that took place in Mitzrayim and without any connotations implied. But Shavach Maska, I mean, that's the direct statement where we're actually making direct statements that Kadosh Baruch Hu should pour out his wrath upon the non-Jews.
Yeah, I don't see that as a contradiction. we said we're happy that Hashem performed vengeance. We're just feeling a certain sadness that goes along with it.
Yeah, but Shavach Maska, we're asking that he should take vengeance now.
Right.
That doesn't seem to be too compatible with American ideals and values.
Well, I never said that the goal was to be compatible. I just said that if there is a compatibility, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it's first of all, there's no tradition for it, and second of all, there's no necessity for it. Um, let's see a little bit more what Rabbi Miller says here further. Because it was only it was only mentioned in terms of the Malachim. The Malachim, it wasn't appropriate for them to sing Shira at the time the Egyptians were being destroyed, because for them to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu as being creator, it's incongruent that Hashem should be praised as a creator at the time that there's destruction of his own creations. That's not appropriate, right?
Right.
But he says in the next paragraph, we definitely shouldn't feel any sadness over the drowning of the midstream.
I don't think that when we sing the song, our main purpose in singing the song is to say, whoopee, I'm happy. I think there's a tremendous amount of depth to the song.
Again,
the song is about Hashem revealing his midos, the way he interacts with our world in a way that up until then we didn't really understand fully. And all these details of the dropping like a stone, like lead, and it's all has to do with the details of the justice that was being done.
Exactly, and that's what we're happy about. We're happy about that Hashem is punishing our enemies, and he's doing it for our benefit, and that it's a proof that he does care for us, and he will come to our aid, and will take care of us, and that there is justice, and the wicked of the world will not survive. That's what we're happy about, and there's no room for sadness in those thoughts. The wicked definitely should be destroyed. This world is not. It's the Gemara says that when the wicked are destroyed, it's good for them and it's good for everybody else as well.
Right. So we're happy that it's good for them.
Yeah.
We're not happy that they're suffering.
Right. Again,
we're happy that Hashem is doing justice.
That is exactly the point. Correct. Our happiness as Hashem is doing things in a just way, and is taking care of things in a way that is most beneficial for everyone. The tzaddikim and for the Rishonim. It's certainly not to anyone's benefit that the Rishonim should be allowed to cause and wreak havoc throughout the world and cause suffering for people unjustly. No one wants that. And when the wicked are eliminated and destroyed, we should be happy about that. Now, we shouldn't be happy that they're having to go through suffering, but we should be happy that Hashem is doing it in a just and in a perfect way that we have a right to be happy about.
Right. We're happy, but we're not insensitive.
Exactly. Well, no one's suggesting we should lose our sensitivities. No one's suggesting that.
I don't know. I think Rabbi Miller is.
Where do you see that?
Um, we sing with gratitude. We sing the song of gratitude with great happiness. We sing, they went down into the depths like a stone, like lead. We're happy that they drowned. I don't think we're happy that they drowned. I think what we're saying is when we sing about the depths like a stone, as I said before, that is as a detail which is helping us to understand the midos of Hashem, how Hashem conducts himself. It's not about them drowning. Them drowning is incidental. What's that's the tuffle. What's the ikar is Hashem is performing justice in a specific way.
Yeah, so that specific way is that they drown, just like they insensitively, cruelly, and maliciously took the babies of the Jewish people and drowned them in the river, right? They themselves are being drowned in the Yam. And Hashem kept track of that for more than 200 years, and Hashem paid them back justly.
Right. So we're happy about the justice, but we're not happy that they drowned.
No, but the drowning is part of the justice.
Yeah, but it's the tuffle. He's saying it's the ikar.
I don't know about it. I'm not sure he's not going to ikar tuffle here. He said that we're very happy that they drowned. Right? It says understanding is that it was mita keneged mita. Kadosh Baruch Hu kept track of what they did to us, and he gave them back justly what they did to us. That's part of that he actually increases our joy.
Says we're not sorry at all that they drowned.
Yeah, not at all. That's what they did to us, and justly they deserve to get what they did.
But that's being insensitive.
No, mita keneged mita. We're happy that Kadosh Baruch Hu keeps track of all the injustices that are done to us, and he will, not only then, but also will pay back to those who were unjust to us in the same way they were just to us. It wouldn't, if it was done in a different way, right? It wouldn't be such a source of joy. The fact that we see Kadosh Baruch Hu is just, it's a revelation of Hashem's justice, which is an even greater source of joy for us.
I think you have more fortitude than I do, Rabbi.
But again, going back, you still have your sitter there. I wanted to focus on those 2-3 lines that we say in Ma'ariv, right? That this is also a reflection of the same attitude.
Where's that?
In the where we say Ve'emuna kozos. Let's see, let me take a look again.
Right, Ve'emuna kozos. That's what I just read.
Right. Let's see here. Here it says, we say there, it says Amuna kozos v'kayam aleinu ki hu Hashem Elokeinu ve'ein zu aso v'nachnu Yisrael amo apodenu miyad hamalachim amalkeinu go'aleinu mikav kol ha'artzim this is where this is I think the important point. Hakel hanifra lanu mitzarenu Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Almighty, who pays back nifro lanu mitzarenu. He pays back for us from those who cause us distress. Nifra, this expression nifra, paying back, meaning there is a cheshbon here, meaning Hakadosh Baruch Hu carefully measures the distress and the pain and the suffering that those who caused us suffering did to us, and he's going to pay them back exactly, right? It's going to be an exact payment. Nifra means that there's a payment, so it's going to be exact in its payment, right? It says v'ham shalem gemul l'kol oyivei nafshenu, and he's going to mashlim the gemul. He's going to make a full retribution to all of those who hate us. Right. So this is something. This is our part of our praise to Kadosh Baruch Hu, that he's capable of doing this, and he does in fact do it.
Right. I understand that. That's not causing me trouble.
Yeah. So when we do see that happen, we should be very happy, right? Because when those things happen, we see that Kadosh Baruch Hu is in fact, it's a very important aspect of our faith and Amunah and Batachon.
So when there was that terrible earthquake in Haiti,
Right.
that caused many people to die and many people to become homeless, should I say, well, Hashem's doing vengeance, and I feel no sadness towards those people.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember there was some comments made at the time that Haiti was a very strong hotbed of I don't know what you call it, idol worship and black magic and all these things. Right? I'm not sure. So some made the comment that there was a specific place where they were specifically non-believers in Kadosh Baruch Hu. They believed in other powers. But yeah, again, I can't tell you about that because they probably didn't have many Jews living. They probably weren't exposed to Jews too much. But you know, it's a dangerous place to live in on an island. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think the appropriate response to something like that is to feel sympathy and to.
Well, I mean, again,
I sent money to the Red Cross to help them help the people of Haiti.
Yeah. 1 second.
Anyway, you know what? It's 11:05. I'm gonna miss Rabbi Levitt.
Yeah. Okay. So good. We'll continue a little bit more tomorrow. Okay. Very good.
Yimyatz Hashem. Thank you, Rabbi.